EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Duff. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yards.
Taking it right down Broadway. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals nothing. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Here we go,
so they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
12.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
11 MT. 11.
And Chase will go in motion left.
12. 11.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
11.
And Chase will go in motion left.
11 mighty. 11 MT. Tape. 11 MT. Shahan.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On one, ready?
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
12. 11. 11 Thomas. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Off play action. Duff rolling to his right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the move to his left. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Come on, set.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Counter play. Here's Chandler.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Duff flushed out right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
43 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries.
A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Gun. Stop. 12. 11. 11 mighty. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
11 MT. 12. 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 1, ready? 12. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Burrow on play action, sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
11. Stop.
Chubb is in. Touchdown.
For as good as Nick Chubb in the open field is every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Duff, he'll buy some time right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. Off play action. Duff steps away. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they go play action now. Burrow, flush to his right. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
11 MT tape.
First down. Here's Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
11 Thomas. Shot.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
A 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Bengals 10. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Chubb running right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go.
3rd down and 6.
11. 11 mighty. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down,
That they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down.
I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
11 mighty. 11. Stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
11. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here we go.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Stop.
Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Bengals. Devontae Smith from 6 yards away. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Duff. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Ready.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Duff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Let's go.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Right.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12, 11 mighty.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
12. 11
Smith in motion right.
Gotta go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here we go.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
12. 11 MT.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
11.
But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
11 MT. 12. 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's gone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's Chandler.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play fake. Duff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So second and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Burrow looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
To the air again, Burrow. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Off play action. Duff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
12. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Andrew Wingard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Here we go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
11 mighty. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11 MT.
In motion left
MT.
goes Jones.
11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Here we go.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. Stop.
Now Burrow. That's complete. It's Okurebunan. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this. There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Chandler. He'll get this down to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. That fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They go play action with Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
11 mighty. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown Bengals. Albert O, 37 yards. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it.
These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. At this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
11, 11, 11.
Mixon with a first down carry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush
11,
offensively.
11, 11, 11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
22.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even 1 score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
They run it with Chandler. Shreds it. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Duff escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring out the 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Gun. Stop. 11. 11, Thomas. Stop.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Come on, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
6, mega. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Bengals, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.